And say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go. 20. Line 54. Rip right. 25. Check 25.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 43. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Hold the look.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill. 12. It's the motion. Go.
3rd and 2, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Now Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 8 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. 26 yards on the play there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changed.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go.
Now gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 24, Wentz. Flush to his right. It's caught by Aguilar. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a play fake. Wentz steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The final shot before break here. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready. ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Sproles. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 67 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Hey, kill. Hey, echo.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Goff now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been complete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Johnny Hekker now. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Sproles, the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Running with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Come on. Hey, we're good, we're good. Right there. Yeah. X3.
Again, it's Howard. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Check, 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 check. Check 4, check 4.
Recon, 132 fighter.
54.
What's that?
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs.
180.
Now it's gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Listen.
Goff now to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Goff now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
This is caught. It's Cooks. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This from 55 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's got room. Woods, the intended receiver. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Let's go, great.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
First throw of overtime for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
You draw Parker.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint. The field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip